Okay, so the homily is good news, tragedy, Haiti, and a homily. But we'll start with this. I just picked this up as the priest has to pray certain prayers before, not before Mass, he should pray before Mass, but we were supposed to pray certain prayers throughout the day. And this was in the prayer book for the priest. God will not find fault with those who do not know the exact day, place, time of his coming. So first stop looking. There are too many people jacked up on sensationalism. Is he over there? Is he over there? Does that mean this is going to happen? Does that? I don't know how to connect the dots. I got dot connectors both in the parish and outside the parish. You know he's coming. As a matter of doctrine and dogma, God will come back. Please believe me. I gave this homily a little while ago. Life is not fair. When he comes back, it'll be fair. Bad people will be punished. I learned this in philosophy school at Northern. This is a philosophical idea. There are some crimes on earth that are so heinous, so evil, you can't punish them sufficiently to what they did. Can I say that again slower? God needs to intervene for these certain people to get the justice they deserve. We can't even met it out. That's how bad certain things are. Some behaviors, some evil in this life is so bad that only God's second coming will bring true justice to bear upon the evil. And he will reward the good. This is not a myth. We didn't make this up. The Lord will come again, and he will judge. That's just a matter of fact. Now, but let me start with the good news first. I saw some Cary Grove people here. Congratulations on your girls winning the state championship in volleyball. To the Marion Central Catholic High School, girls volleyball state championship. That's big news. This town is like volleyball kingdom of the state of Illinois. I know this because college coaches come to our girls' volleyball games to recruit. So if you have anything to do with any of this, congratulations. We should take some pride in our schools. Monsignor gave always, but certainly last Mass, a much better homily than I'm going to give. And he lamented the fact that what was once known as Christendom, a continent of Catholic Christian values that were imbued in the institutions, in the civil life, in the marketplace, in the public square, they continue to disappear more and more and more. And if you don't take your kids to church, if you don't pray at home, if you don't make this an important reality for the younger generation, they will not get it. Because society does not support our idea of values, our position on life, on marriage, on how to treat people. They don't. And it's a sad reality, something tragic. I was in Haiti. I just got back from Haiti last night. I found out in the airport in Haiti yesterday, getting on an airplane, what happened in Paris. That's awful. In some real way, the end of the world, for those who died, it came that night. The world as they know it, this one, it's gone. They didn't have to look for the signs. They knew he was coming sometime if they did or did not. But the world's over for those people. They're dead. We can't bring them back to this life. And the evil that persists in our world, and in the nooks and crannies of our world, I've never seen anything like it. Again, maybe my father did in World War II, but I haven't. And there are a lot of people, whether it's this issue, whether it's race, whether it's religion, whether it's traditional marriage, whether it's the unborn, you continue to bury your head in the sand. You do not want to know the sad but important, if you're old enough, the gory, real details of what some people are allowing themselves to call, we'll just tolerate. We'll just tolerate it. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay my neighbor sells heroin. It's all right. It's his choice. It's okay my neighbor has a certain lifestyle and my kids are affected by it. It's all right. His opinion. It's okay. It's unfortunate. You know, it's one thing to go to church. It's another thing to be church. To leave within the confines of these four walls and take the values, the blessings, and the responsibility outwards, leading our families and our lives upwards. It's easy to be Christian in church. Again, not you're here. God bless you. For a lot of people, they don't even show up. It's unfortunate. They don't even bend the knee to the good Lord and God who gives us the bounty of this fine land and our lives and our intellects. And even those who have kids with severe handicaps and mental challenges and difficult marriages and the bearing of their children, they still come and bend the knee in the honor of our one Lord and God. And again, the people outside these doors. So, I need you to strain through a strainer what comes out of my mouth next. I need you to strain it because a little excited. Because I'm not looking for the end of the world. I know it's coming. I'd rather focus on the here and the now. You with me? I'm not expending energy intellectually, theologically, to connect the dots of how the union of Iraq and Syria may bring about towards the Jews Armageddon. Is it possible? Absolutely. Is it possible, Father, that we might be entering into the final stage of the big cut? It's possible. I'm not going to spend any more time talking about it or thinking about it, but absolutely it's possible. We got weapons that will destroy the whole earth 5, 10, 20 times over. It's possible. Right? It's possible. But I want to think about here and now, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do something you've been wanting to do for a long time. And I know you, and I know you think this. I'm going to take a deep breath. Yeah. We're going to start right here, right now. So here's how this works. I woke up this morning in my own bed. I was in Haiti for five days, Tuesday to Saturday. I slept with a mosquito net. I'm 6'1" in a 5'8" inch bed. They've got mosquitoes that give you serious illnesses. So not only do I have a mosquito net, I got all my clothes on. And it's hot. And the solar only goes so far, so somewhere around when it's time to go to bed, the fan doesn't work. Honestly, people incarcerated, because I've been to visiting jail. Visiting jail, as far as you know. Visiting jail. No, that's not even funny. But I've been to jail. I'm in McHenry County Jail. They had better sleeping arrangements than I had. I'm not crying. I offered it up for the poor souls and you sinners. But it was rough. Here's the point. I woke up in my own bed this morning. I'm like, wow, I take all this for granted? In Haiti, where I just left, you can't flush a toilet. They don't flush toilets there. You can't drink tap water. You got to purify. You got to chlorinate it. The kids, the orphans in Haiti, it's not like their parents died. If you're an orphan around Santo 5, or we have a school in Haiti, a Liberty Cleary School, your parents didn't die. They dropped you off and left you. You know your parents. Your parents know you. They just dropped you off and said goodbye. You should have seen, and this is all random, someone in our group got the idea. We just came back. 6 people went down to Haiti with me to the Liberty Cleary School. Someone in our group got the idea to buy the basketball team a set of uniforms with the logo of the school on it and a number. Not their names. See, in our country, you get your name because you're so important. Not the team. No. And again, I'm half kidding, but half serious. There's my kid. It's yeah. Okay. He plays for a team too, you know. Right? There's no I in team, so there's no names, of course. But one of the kids took the uniforms and he said, you know what? We've been playing basketball since like the early 2000s. You know, the school started in like 95. And he says, whenever we played basketball, this is one of the kids at the Liberty Cleary School, like a 17-year-old. He said they would always laugh at us because we had no uniforms. Now we got uniforms. We can play with a little more class. We can feel proud about our school identity. Did you know when a kid gets substituted out of a basketball game at our school, when a kid substitutes, if there's 8 players, 5 play at a time, basketball. One comes out for a substitution, they have to take time so he can change his shoes to give to the guy coming in. That's what he has to do. So I woke up with such a sense of gratitude, such a sense of, you know what, God, I know you're coming, but where are you right now? How are you speaking to me in this moment, in this time, in this place? And the first word that resounded in my heart was gratitude. God, thank you. I am the most insignificant, miserable, insensitive gnat to the way you blessed me and the bountiful nation you allowed me to be born into. Thank you for my parents. Thank you for my life. Thank you for this assignment. Thank you for letting me stay at St. Thomas with these nice people. But I was also struck with, but what about my responsibility? How can I become a more intentional disciple? How can I make this little time we have together? It's anywhere between 12, I preach longer than the rest, I suspect. Father Simon, I'm not sure. But anywhere between 12 and 20 minutes, how can I try to get up here with preparation and forethought and meditation of the gospel and present a message in such a way that your hearts are open to hearing and your minds are enlightened, and you say, you know what? I want to be closer to Christ. I want to give a little bit more of myself away to be more in union with Him who gave His entire self away to me. So here's what I came up with. If I'm a coach and we're a team and things aren't going that well, or maybe things are going well, I found out what we're doing right. I know what we're doing right. We're playing basketball, let's say, using this image. Any sport. I know what we're doing right, and here's what we're going to do. Or I know what we're doing wrong. I would call a timeout. I would call all my players to myself and say, look, here's the deal. Here's what we're doing wrong. Let's use volleyball. They're spiking all over on us. I don't know volleyball that well, so it's hard for me to do an image. Let's put the ball all the way in the back so they can't get the ball to the... I don't know an image. Baseball. Don't pitch the ball over the plate to these guys. They keep hitting the ball out. Try to get the corners. That's a better answer. Try to wing the corners, pitcher. Stop throwing the ball in the middle of the plate. They keep hitting homers on us. They should have told the Cubs that. Go for the corners. Okay? The point is, after leaving these children, many of whom are orphans who have parents, 7th to 13th grade, they're self-monitored in their dormitory. They have 2 sets of clothes, the set of clothes they bring and the uniforms we give them. They line up themselves for the flag-raising ceremony every morning. They line up themselves. There's no adult supervision. They govern themselves. And I think about our children. I threw a kid out of a class in Haiti. I warned him 3 times. And if I said, no, get out, get out. It's at St. Thomas, it would be once. It would be once. Because they're more afraid of me in St. Thomas. They know me. But that's not, I might throw you off by that example. My point in this matter is, I do not look at these children in any way, shape, or form and feel sorry for them. And they don't feel sorry for themselves. They know their lot, they accept the opportunity, and they try to take advantage of what's been given to them. Nobody in Haiti, of all the times I went there, none of the children were ever asked, hey, what do you want for lunch? They get served food and they eat it. There's certain times in which they eat. If they don't want to eat at those hours, guess what? There's no food. They learn the discipline. They learn the sacrifice. So, if we could, why did the girls win the state championship? Because the coach tolerated people showing up late for practice? Because the coach tolerated in the Cary Grove and the Marion Central Catholic School insolence and irresponsibility? No. They stuck to the fundamentals. They played purposefully. They practiced hard, and they brought their A game. Isn't that a metaphor for life here and now? Wherever you are in the spiritual life, can you call a timeout? You know, of all the different stats, and you can correct me after Mass, besides IQ and genetics, of all the stats of what makes a kid a better student, the best answer I've heard so far is a parent spending time with them after school and going through their homework. The next step is the kid becomes a self-starter. But I know this from confession. A lot of kids are on their internet or on their, playing their video games. You come home, hey, Johnny, did you do your homework? Hey, Susie, yeah, Ma, did my homework. They're lying to you. They didn't do their homework. That's got to be something we got to stop. We have to impose certain disciplines in our homes to make for a more structured environment, that our values, our system of beliefs, are more readily inculcated. People outside are not helping. It's getting darker, it's getting colder. So you, my friends, us, it's easy to be church in here. It's harder to be church out there. And your home is a domestic church. Look, I'm sorry about, again, I just heard this information. I haven't even processed what happened. And I can't talk on my private opinions. I'll tell you later. I got an opinion for everything. Of course I do. But I do know this much. You should call a family meeting. Grandpas to your children, and I know you're a step. Here's a sorrow. This is a sorrow. Grandparents can't confront their own children whose kids aren't baptized or whose children are living a wayward life because they know their kids are just going to blow them off. 60, 70-year-old, 80-year-old grandparents are not allowed to talk to their 30, 40, 50-year-old children because they're afraid the kids are not going to listen. They're just going to blow them off. That's sad. And I'm not even blaming. I'm not putting guilt on anybody. It's too bad you can't call a family time out. Hey, Johnny, get over here. What are you doing with my grandkids? What's the matter with you? Did I raise you like this? No one even talks like this. You hurt my feelings. Deacon Moynihan, and I'll drop a card for you. The guy who runs our school, 20 years in Haiti. He went to Brown University as one of the highest levels of education. He gave 20 years of his life to serving in this Asian mission. And that's how he talks. And that's how he talks to the kids. And it works. I seen it. No more, oh, John. And again, there's emotional problems. I know that. One size does not fit all. I gotcha. This is not a sure cure and medicine for everybody. But it should at least be a societal norm. You're the kid. I'm the parent. I'm in charge. Eat your food. Stop lying about your homework. Stop fighting with your brother and sister. You know what? Honestly, if our kids could see how 3/4, certainly 3/5 of the world lives, maybe it would awaken them that people don't live like we live. This is Crystal Lake. There's curbs and gutters and sewer. We got running drinkable water. We got flushable toilets. You got another chair. You got another pair of clothes at home, don't you? Well, for some of you, I'm not sure. You got a refrigerator. You got food in the fridge. People don't have those things, and yet we do. And what do we do with them? So I want to just encourage you, first and foremost, to be conscious, alert in this moment. If there's a final exam question on the lesson of spirituality, if I asked you, because listen, my deepest satisfaction is not in travel. My deepest satisfaction is not in this, that, or the other thing. My deepest satisfaction in this life involves intimacy with God. My deepest satisfaction in this life involves my closeness, my communication, and my receptivity to the Savior who loves me, who has a plan for me, who is faithful, who I trust. Number one, bar none, that is my deepest satisfaction in my life. How can I make this, my deepest satisfaction, grow? How can I structure to make it more likely? How can I be more alert? And I'll tell you what, if there is a question on how to do this, the answer is always going to involve this present moment. Not yesterday. Maybe tomorrow's going to have some involvement. But what am I doing right now? We can't keep putting this stuff off. Those people who were killed, not just those people. Look at the obituaries. Every day, someone does not wake up. Who was it? Was it Monsignor? We were talking about something, and when he came out of his surgery, and he had this great look on his face, like Monday. That's a long. It was like a Friday. We're talking about Monday. He wanted to go to work already. I'm like, calm down, relax. The job will still be here. I'm like, well, I'll take care of Monday. I don't have to go the day off. I'm like, I tell my mother that, she laughs at me. Please get a day off. I'm like, it's for mental health, Mom. I'll go crazy. Oh, you should be working on your day off. No days off. But Monsignor made the point. I mean, it was a very good point. Monday, it's a long way away. It is a long way away. It is. I have right now. What am I going to do right now? How am I going to be more alert right now? So that's point number one. How am I going to grow my spirit to be more receptive to the blessings, to the purpose, to the mission? I got to be alert. I got to be prepared. I don't want to get caught in a tragic accident or in some horrible tragedy. And my soul's ill prepared to meet the Lord. I wish that upon none of you. Don't wish it upon yourselves. So let's wrap this up. If you are visiting church, and you don't go to church that often, let's make it every Sunday. This homily obviously wasn't for you. Go to church every Sunday. Let's start making that commitment of gratitude to God, a solemn promise. God, I promise, like the Jews of old, like the early Christians, like my parents, hopefully, and even if not, this family, my time, I'm going to go to church every Sunday at least and worship you in spirit and in truth and give back that time over to you. If you go to Mass every Sunday, this is a progressive arrangement. When's the last time you've been to confession? Have you thought about the Adoration Chapel? How about all those at the Light of the World? Have you done Light of the World? Is that still noise in your ear? I don't want to do it. It's like the baby. Perfect timing. No, it's progressive. I got to grow it. I got to want more. If I want more, where's the missionary spirit in you? Are we church on Sunday? Remember, one of the biggest criticisms of non-Catholic Christians, one of the biggest criticisms the non-Catholic Christians and the non-church-going people have about us is we show up on Sunday and we're jerks all week long. What about later today? What about tomorrow? What's our attitude? What's our spirit? What's our mindset? Are we others directed? Friends, I think you already know this lesson. I don't want to repeat myself. The things outside this room, the things outside this place, the stuff, the titles, the flow of commerce, just doesn't satisfy us. What satisfies us is intimacy and a desire to serve others and to be Christ to other people. So, in the name of all those who serve and continue to serve, may God inspire all of us to be far more alert in these moments, to be more conscious of His blessings, to be more grateful and thankful, and to cultivate that way of being Christ and bringing what we've experienced here, this great fellowship and intimacy with Him, our Lord and Savior, to the masses who live in darkness, many of whom don't even know they're eating the food of swines, not knowing the banquet of love is truly in their midst.